friends, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. It is Sat Chat time. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. If you're new here, if this is the first video of mine you've ever landed on, this is probably not the video for you. This is just the weekly wrap up. What have we been posting? What have we been making? What have we been doing? That's what we talk about here on Sat Chat. And if you're here for some good, friendly fun and conversation, then we'd love to have you. Chit chat in the comments down below. You'll make some new friends. Friends are good. Yeah. I see so many friendships and bonds made and conversations carried over from week to week, and I love it. I love it. It warms my heart. So if you want to be part of this awesome Sat Chat community, please take part. Jump in. Jump in. The water's fine. I have my bathing suit on. So I'm in a swimmy type of mood today. I wanted to let you know, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I am so glad I let you guys know last week in Sat Chat about the France retreat next year, the painting retreat I'm doing in France, because I let you guys know on Saturday. I didn't post the official promo for it until Wednesday, and by dinner time, Wednesday night, Eastern time, it was sold out. So I'm glad Sat Chatters got the first shot at it. I think you guys probably grabbed the first six spots or 10 spots, and then the remaining ones went right when I posted the promo. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. If you didn't get a chance to sign up but you'd like to go, you can join the wait list, and if a spot becomes available, then they'll notify you. So it's worth a shot. It's a year away. Sometimes people have, you know, issues and they need to cancel. So hey, I would definitely get on that wait list if you wanted to go but you missed out. And if it goes well, I'll definitely do more. I'm thinking this is a very exciting opportunity, and it's a nice new path for this season of life. This season of life when my kids are off to school and, you know, becoming their best selves. It's time for me to have my second act, I think. And you should never feel like you're too old to have a new chance at becoming what you want to be when you grow up, I guess. I don't know. We're all evolving, and don't fear it. Embrace it, and go forth. Go forth. Go forth, and I'm rooting for you. The other business thing I want to let you know is that it is my birthday week. My birthday is Monday, and I'll be 47, and so you get 47% off any class you like in my Teachable School. The coupon code is HB47, so HB47. All you got to do is just find the class you want, click the enroll button, and then when the checkout page comes, just click add coupon and type in HB47, and you are good to go. You're good to get a 47% discount. So there you go. The discounts get sweeter and sweeter every year, don't they, folks? But I have posted a few new classes since the last time I had that sale, and grab it. It's my best sale of the year, so it'll be good for 1 week. So don't be hasty. What else do we have going on? Okay, gosh, maybe I should stop. I have such a long list. I feel like there's been so much going on. Oh, one more thing. Michael's class. I have a free Michael's class next, is it next Friday? It's next week. Just, here's the painting. Here's the painting. It's this one right here. We're going to do this live on Zoom at Michael's. Please look at the link in the video description. You can click over and see what time it is in your time zone. It's free to sign up. You can use what you have. I'm using Derwent pastel watercolors. You can use whatever pastel watercolors you have, or you can use regular watercolors and add white gouache to them or white watercolor to them to make them pastel. We'll also use some Inktense pencils, a set of 12. So if you're interested in that, please go sign up. If you like the idea, you like the project, but you can't make it, sign up anyway, because there will be a replay. And it also lets Michaels and Derwent know what projects you're interested in if you sign up. So if you like that project, don't sign up for it if you don't like it, if you're not interested in it. But if you do like it and you are interested in it, please sign up for it, and then make it if you can, and if you can't, then catch a replay. And I did want to let you know, this marker rack here, there's a tutorial for this on my YouTube channel. It's very quick and easy to make. It's very inexpensive. This costs $12.50 to make. And I made this because I get questions every week about this marker rack here, and it is awesome, and I wish I could tell you where to buy it, but I bought it from a scrapbook store that was going out of business, and that was like 16 years ago. It was a Zig pen display, and there was like kind of labels there that covered a big portion of it, and I broke all those off so I'd have more space. I can't find anything like it to recommend, even like beauty organizers, and I've tried to find like office organizer, like office, like industrial displays, and I can't find anything that regular people can buy. I wish I could. I would buy another one. But the thing I like about this that is a little bit of an advantage over that is that I can actually take this to my table and set it down and then and work from my markers like this, which is more convenient. And then when I'm done, I can bring it back over here and store them flat like this so that they both ends stay inked. And it does tip back slightly because these boxes that I used from the Dollar Tree are angled very, very slightly. They're just kind of tapered. So it keeps the markers from, or the stand even, from falling forward. Like I put a little shim under this one here that I made out of Nutri-Grain boxes. I'm so fancy. Dollar Tree and Nutri-Grain, baby. And I don't have to shim that one because it's already got that little bit of taper built in. So great project, easy to do, very inexpensive, and it looks great because it's that clear plastic, and it's a nice quality. It's not brittle plastic, so hey, you really can't lose with that one. And I hope that you found it enjoyable if you've been wanting something like this, but you can't find it. Or, I mean, I imagine if you could find it, it would be expensive because it's a specialty art thing, and anytime you get a specialty art thing, they're gonna jack up the price about 5 or 10 times. So that's a way to do it on the cheap. So hope that's helpful. Okay, this week. It's World Watercolor Month, and I am an ambassador, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's cool. They put some of my artwork on some merch, so you can get like a pen bag or a coffee mug with my cocktail painting on it if you're interested. I'll link that down below as well. But I hope you are taking part, and if you are, I hope you're taking a part in this if it's not stressing you out. If it's causing you stress and grief to paint every day, following a prompt, then I hope you're not doing it. I hope you're doing it and it's enjoyable. But I decided this year to take this 9x12 sketchbook and put everything in it. So far so good. We're on, today will be day 8 actually. I do have today's done. So I'll give you a little preview here. So the first challenge was sunlit, so I did a lemon. The second one was diversion, so I did like a chess game. This one is actually a tutorial on my YouTube channel. I filmed the real-time tutorial of me painting this, narrated, so you can paint along with me. That was raspberry. This was really fun. I did for burst, I did some bubbles, like a hand holding a bubble wand blowing bubbles. This was for startle. And this is in Critique Club right now. If you want to paint along with me in real time, it's in Critique Club. I'll have a time lapse pretty soon here on YouTube. As soon as I get a chance to edit it. I haven't edited it yet. It's been a week. I'll get into that later. This was for, kind of a double. The prompt was flavor, but then I knew the next day's prompt was going to be lemon. So I did a cocktail with a lemon in it. It's this might be a tequila sunrise or it might be a madras. I'm not sure. But it looks darn tasty. I gotta say, it looks good. You could even do a virgin version. I think it would be good either way. Now this, I'll tell you about my day. So it's been a week. I meant to film this last night, the Sat Chat. I meant to film it last night, but, or yesterday afternoon, but I got back, I got my eyes checked. I decided I'm gonna order some reading glasses, prescription reading glasses for use at my table because my far vision is not that bad. Like I can just wear it. I'm not restricted for driving. I can talk to you, not have my glasses on. If I go out to dinner with friends, I don't wear my glasses. If I go painting at the beach, I just put sunglasses on. I don't wear prescription glasses. But when I'm like focusing, doing painting, if I am working on the computer, then I wear my glasses. I have progressives. I got those, I think, last winter, sometime in the winter. Actually, when they first gave me that prescription, I'm like, oh, I didn't know what to get, and I was at the eye doctor, and I just went with a simple pair of bifocals, which I feel like you have more, like you have better far vision and better near vision, but then you lose all that in between. And because I'm just figuring I don't really need to wear them all the time, and it was cheaper, I'll just go with that. Then I got progressives, and I like them more for day-to-day, plus the frames were really light. They were a plastic frame and really, really lightweight and comfortable to wear. So I like those all right, but I didn't feel like the close-up was sharp enough and that I had as much space to look through on the glasses, or the far was sharp enough, was as sharp as the bifocals that I got. So I'm like, I really don't need the far away vision unless I am, I don't know, unless I'm using a computer and I'm kind of sitting back from it, then I do like to have that. But for painting, I would really like to have the full lens of just that focal point, that focal depth or whatever. So I'm going to order some reading glasses with my brand new prescription, so that was good. So then I'm like, all right, I am having friends over. I'm having my college friends over on Sunday, so I wanted to go get some snacks and things like that at the grocery store. So after my eye appointment, I went over there, and then I came home and I'm like, I'm going to film Sat Chat, get a bunch of work done, and then I am going to take Friday off and go to the coast and paint with a friend. And so Thursday, that was Thursday. So Wednesday night, my daughter, one of my daughters, was working out at the gym, and she was shooting around, shooting some hoops, and she twisted her ankle. And she said it hurt really bad, but she sat down for a few minutes and then she decided to proceed with the rest of her workout. So I'm like, well, if she was able to go through with the rest of her workout, like upper body stuff, then it's probably not that serious, it's probably just a sprain. And then, so I elevate, ice, you know, the whole shebang, the rice, right? The rice treatment. And, oh, I've got another injury to tell you about. So, so the next day, I get back from my grocery trip, eye doctor trip, and she's there. She's found a pair of crutches somewhere. And she's on the couch, and it's very, she's got the vapors. It's very bad. And so she's like, Mama, I think we need to get it looked at. And she's like, I don't think I've ever twisted it this bad before. So I'm like, all right, I've never been to an urgent care facility in my life. I've knock on wood, I've been very lucky. Like, I've never had to take the kids to an urgent care. I've either been able to get right into the pediatrician. She's aged out. I did call the pediatrician. Oh, let me tell you. They're like, she was discharged last year. She is an adult. She's in college. She can't come to the pediatrician's office anymore. So I'm like, well, what do I do? So I went to my insurance company's website and I'm like, okay, this was one on the top of the list. I called them. And it was actually pretty good because I could make an appointment for an urgent care visit. Like, you could either get in line virtually or you could set a time if they had openings. So, well, that's great. So that actually worked pretty well. So I took her in and I'm thinking it's just going to be a sprain. They're going to tell her to ice it, but, you know, she'll hear from a doctor and it will, you know, it'll be real, which is from me. So, turns out she actually had a hairline fracture. And so, of course, I was feeling like such a crappy mother because I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't going to take her in. I was thinking, you know, rub some dirt on the kid, walk it off. You know, I'm like, it's not a big deal. So I felt totally like crap about that. And so they put a cast on her, and then they're like, somebody from orthopedics will call you and set up an appointment for you to go in. And so then I'm nervous, and I never have my phone on me. If it's on me, it's always on mute or silent. And so I had my phone on, so like every little notification is kind of like, you know, surprising me, and just kind of like, I was on edge anyway. And I'm like, so I couldn't, and when I got back, I was just so like, I don't know, just so overwhelmed that remember we talked about procrastination and the stress response, and how procrastination is a stress response, and not really you're just wasting time, but it's like you're so overwhelmed and you're so stressed out that you just freeze. It's like fight, flight, or freeze, and you just freeze. And I froze. I put the TV on, I made some dinner, and I just like, I scrolled and I vegged, and I'm like, I didn't do anything for probably 2 hours. So, and then I'm like, okay, I'm not filming Sat Chat tonight. I don't feel my best. I'm not gonna bring in the fun, so I just did my computer stuff, my Teachable stuff. I got my World Watercolor Month thing done. What did I do? That was the drink. I kept it easy. I just did that little cocktail that I just showed you. And I'm like, well, I'll film Sat Chat tomorrow before I go to the coast. And so I got up and I'm like, I'm drinking my coffee. And I made the weakest brown water coffee that I've ever had. I'm like, this isn't even coffee. What is this? This is like river water. And so into my coffee, I added, and I do not drink instant coffee, but I'm like, this desperate times, call for desperate. I put a scoop of instant coffee into my coffee and started up, and it was passable. And I was like, this is not the way to start my day. This is not the best part of waking up. River water in your cup, sludge in your cup. So, like, you're going to reset, Lindsay. You need to reset your mind. You need to reset your life. So pack up your car, get your supplies, put the top down on that convertible girl, throw on some lipstick, and turn your day around, right? So, so that's what I did. And so I'm like putting stuff in the car, put my bathing suit on. I'm like, I'm gonna be ready to go for a swim. If it's gonna be hot, then I'm gonna be ready to go to swim. Throw a towel in there, throw my sun hat, my flip flops. Got some snacks ready, and my phone rang, and it was the orthopedist, and so they could get her on Monday morning at 9:15. So I'm like, oh, thank goodness, that's great. They don't need to see her today, because I was like, well, if she calls and they need to see her today, then I'm gonna have to cancel my trip and take her in, because that's a responsible parent thing to do, and I love my kid, I don't want her to be in pain. And so it's like, Monday morning, great, this is done. I don't have to worry about missing a phone call. And somewhere along the lines, I set my snacks down, not in my car, and I didn't eat anything. I was too kind of like nerved up to eat, and so I've been taking ibuprofen for the last few days, and I didn't take it today because I can't take it on an empty stomach. It really upsets my stomach. I'm not used to it. And a week ago, so I told you about the aggressive parking lot pickleball a week earlier. So we were playing pickleball out in a parking lot, and you know, we had the whole courts to ourselves. There's no defined lines. We were just running and like giving it our all. I was stressed out anyway, so I was just like really running and slamming and everything. I pulled something bad, either my abductors or adductors, I'm not sure, but I was sore the day out. Well, I was kind of sore towards the end of my pickleball game, and then I was sore the next day, but no big deal. I could still walk the dog a couple miles. That was Thursday. Friday, still walking the dog a couple miles, no problem. Saturday, walking the dog up a hill, and I was like, oh, something is not right. And I get home, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I just, I took some ibuprofen. I didn't ice anything because I couldn't really identify where the pull was coming from. It felt like the top of my leg. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am in a lot of pain. And so I'm alternating the ibuprofen and Tylenol, and like I tried to walk her the next day, and she tried to pull, and the next day Jason took her. I'm like, I didn't even attempt it. The day after that, she started to pull, and I was like, oh my word, it was just like right back to square one. And so I had that sports injury, she had her sports injury, so we're just a very sorry sight here at this house. And so today, and I generally don't eat 3 meals a day. I don't eat breakfast usually, so I will eat my biggest meal around 11. And but I would wake up and I'm like, I really want the ibuprofen in me so that I can, function. So I'd eat like a bagel or oatmeal or something like that. And then I'm like, well, I'm not exercising every day, so like my mind is just spinning, and I'm like, so fast forward for this if you're triggered by talking about eating, just fast forward right now about like a minute. So I just like to eat like a pretty hearty first meal around 11, and I eat again around 5, and then I'm good usually. And unless I'm hungry, I'll eat if I'm hungry. I'm not, not gonna not eat if I'm hungry. But with ibuprofen, to keep the pain down, I needed to take it more often. And even Tylenol on an empty stomach, I don't like it. So I was trying to just take it when I was eating, and taking quite a bit of it actually. So anyway, today I was so busy, and I'm like, well, I'll just have a snack later. I don't think I need the ibuprofen anymore, so I'm not going to bother having breakfast. I'm not going to worry about it. And by the time we were done painting, just like sitting on rocks and sitting on my little stool that I bring, and walking around on the rocky coast, I was so sore. And so we ended up stopping at a candy store where I found a vegan candy bar, and I ate that, and then we stopped at the grocery store and I bought some car ibuprofen that I'll keep in my car. But anyways, I did this little thumbnail here. This was the first thing I did today, and I think it's cute. I'll have pictures of all this on Instagram. Eventually, anyway. This one's not done yet. This is going to be for vegetation. I'm going to finish it up for the vegetation prompt on Sunday because I know I'm going to have a busy day Sunday. I just want to relax with my friends from college on Sunday. I don't want to have to be worrying about getting a prompt done. So I did this of the vegetation I saw on the edge on the beach. So we got a beach roses here. We got this thistle, which I'm just going to call beach thistle because it looks a little smaller, and then morning glories. And these were popping in and out of the sand. It was so fun. They would like dive in the sand and pop up somewhere else. It was just crazy how well they did by the ocean. And then I did this landscape. That's on my Instagram. That was the one I probably spent the most time on. And then this one here under here is going to be the Michael's class for August. So I've got the Sorbet Michael's class. This one's going to be next week, next Friday, I think. I'll have a link in the video description for you to sign up. I can't remember if I mentioned it because I've started this like 3 times. I can't remember if I mentioned it here, but this is in the video description. Click on it. You can sign up for free. Use any pastel watercolors you have. All the details are below, but sign up if you like that project, even if you can't make it live and you're going to catch a replay. That way Michaels will know what's interesting to you guys, and they will have me back, hopefully, because I do enjoy doing those classes, and I love it that I think all the classes we're doing this year are free, so that's awesome. And then did I show you the other one that's gonna, yeah, I did I'm telling you, I'm kind of brain fried this week, but that propeller is gonna be next month's Michael's class with water-soluble graphite, so little sneak peek there. So yeah, so I do not do well. I am not the person you want in a medical emergency. I'm the person you want to go painting for the day. I'm the person you want to go to the beach for the day. I'm the person you want for a craft night. I am not the person you want in a medical emergency. That medical stuff freaks me out. I have to make my doctor's appointments a year in advance. Like I made my eye appointment last year because I am never going to pick up that phone and make an appointment. I am going to be like, I really have to psych myself up about that. I hate going to doctors. I don't know why. It's not like I've had really awful experiences or anything. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that somebody knows more than I do about me. That bugs me. I don't want anyone else knowing more about me than I know about myself. I should be the me expert. But we can't all be experts at everything. And well, you can't be experts at much. Actually, you got to pick one thing, I guess. So yeah. So, and I told you about we have the raspberry tutorial. What else? I have such a list here. So I pulled my muscle. I've been in a sorry state. So my friend Glenna invited me to go to lavender gardens with her last weekend. And I'm riding around with my husband. He's driving, and we just gone to lunch, and we're going over to we're going to buy a bird feeder at Tractor Supply. I've never been into that place in my life. And so she texted me. She's like, "Come to the lavender gardens with me in Newport." I'm like, "Oh, I want to go to the lavender gardens. That sounds so lovely." But then, like, there's no way I can walk down one row of lavender, let alone frolic among anything else in the garden. So, like, I can't. I am in too much pain. And she is so sweet. She went to the lavender gardens and she brought me back a little bundle of lavender. And I forgot to bring it down here to show you, but it's really. I'm gonna let it dry out and then put it in a I don't know, little holder or something. I don't know, it's gonna smell good. Maybe I'll use it to make something. But that was really sweet of her. Next year, definitely I want to go check it out, because this is like the peak blooming time. But I definitely didn't want to like hold anyone back or just be in pain and miserable the whole time, because I have just been honestly mostly resting up this week. It's been trying. I am not somebody who likes to just sit around, because I'm generally kind of restless anyway, so I'm always up and moving and doing and stuff like that. So if I can't, it makes me anxious because I can't get it out. Luckily I had a lot of stuff to do. I had a lot of videos to edit, and I recorded a lot of painting and did stuff like that I didn't have to be moving around for, because it wasn't bothering me if I was sitting down. It was just moving around. So that was my week. It was just weird, you know. I was feeling very out of sorts. And I mean, I was very, very excited. The French retreat sold out. I was really concerned that could go either way. Either people would love it or they'd hate it. But I got mostly a really good response to it, and it sold out quickly. So I'm glad. That means we might do others. And they have properties, like the Uptruck company that I worked with. They have like 9 different properties. They have a few in France. They've got Spain, Portugal, Morocco. I'm sure there are others. I think they might actually even have one on the Delaware River in New York, which might be an option for like to do a more local retreat. But oh, I don't know. You know, who knows? This was my year of yes, and I said yes. I said yes to something I definitely would have said no to a year ago, and I think that's progress. I think that's good. Do the scary things. Go to the walk-in clinic. go to urgent care. It wasn't that big of a deal. It's like I didn't even know what to do. I'm like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say when I get there. I know, it's so silly. It's so silly, the things that we get like worked up about, isn't it? I mean, and then when we do it, we realize it's not as scary as we thought it was going to be. Let me see how much time I have left. 22. Oh, we've been talking for 22 minutes. Yeah, see, I can see that without my glasses on. I'm 47 years old and I can still read the tiny little numbers on my camera screen. Barely. I do have a bunch of projects. I've been like making a list of like different things that popped into my head. You know, have you ever noticed like when you can't do something, that's when you have the great idea that you want to do it? It's like you'll be driving and you'll be like, oh, I have a great idea for painting it, but you can't do anything because you're driving. You're in the shower and you're like, it's a great idea. And you can't do anything about it because you're in the shower. So that's what it says. I've been laid up and I'm thinking all these I'm going to clean the roof, you know, or something like that. It's like, you cannot clean the roof right now. I didn't want to clean the roof, but there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of projects that I want to get done around the house, because having people over, there's nothing like having people over to, you know, motivate you to take care of those projects. And I had kind of like a little mental list going. It's like, oh, I'm going to touch up the paint here, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And I've been laid up all week, so nothing has been done. I did vacuum this morning. So I'm kind of like, oh, I really feel like I really wanted to have a bunch of projects done before my college friends came over on Sunday, because only one has come to my house before. Well, no, my roommate Teresa helped me move when we first bought the house, but we actually moved in before we closed on the house because it was unlocked. So we were like stashing stuff in the garage because we didn't want to. We both had our own apartments in Bangor, and we didn't want to pay another month of rent. So we were like stashing stuff in the garage. So she helped me like bring stuff over. But so like if she did see the inside of the house, which I imagine she did, I mean, it would have been avocado carpets and Harvest Gold appliances and really sketchy. So it is an improvement from that, but I still feel like I am a spool table away from a dorm room, honestly, because I get preoccupied and I spend my time doing other things, and I am not the best homemaker in the world. So I mean, we're here to visit with each other, not to Una over my house, but still, I hope to have so many projects done. Jason's like, we gotta scrub down those kayaks. We gotta clean those kayaks. And it's so funny, the things that will like, so, whoa, we can't have people over until we do that. Meanwhile, I'm like, hey, you guys want to go kayaking? And I'm like grabbing my sketchy old spider-filled kayaks and throwing them in somebody's vehicle because I'm like, I don't care about that. Oh, it's so funny, the things that we fixate on. I figure, well, you know, priorities would be clean bathroom. Oh, and the kids asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I gave them the answer I give them every year, which is, I would like my kitchen floor scrubbed. It is a black and white checkered floor. It is a textured cushion vinyl, so like it will grab, and it shows everything, so it's black and white. And twice a year or so, I scrub it with like a bristle brush and like scrubbing bubbles to get it nice and bright. And I mean, that's all I want. I just want my kitchen floor scrubbed. That's all I want. It's free. I will buy the scrubbing bubbles, kids. That's all I want. But I don't think I'm gonna get that. So I'll probably scrub it for myself for a birthday present to myself because it's looking gross. I cannot have people over with the state of the floor. I just Swiffer it every once in a while. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna scrub it. And I'm like, no, I'm in more of a Swiffer state of mind. I'm not. And it's not. I use the Libman. What do we have for time? I use the Libman. Freedom Mop, which is, it's like a Swiffer, but it's got washable pads and a reusable bottle, and so you can put whatever concoction you like to use. I use like a vinegar and Dawn, so it's like a kind of like eco-friendly, and it doesn't take batteries. It's got like a one of those, and it works great. It works just as good as a Swiffer, and it's in the long run, it's way cheaper, but it does, I mean, just like a Swiffer doesn't really deep clean anything, it just kind of like skims the surface. The same thing with that. It needs a scrub. So I'm hoping they'll have my gumption up to do that tomorrow, and I'll have enough ibuprofen and caffeine in my system that can power me through. I know, I'm just like, can my liver handle this? Can my liver handle this ibuprofen? I'm so concerned about that. But luckily I don't have to take it too often. And yeah, man. Be careful when you overexert yourself in your 40s. I generally don't have aches and pains, but so I'm very indignant. Jason's like, you are so indignant about that muscle pull. People pull muscles all the time, and you act so surprised. I'm like, I am surprised because I am fit. I shouldn't be pulling muscles. So that's my big complaint for the week. That's my thorn of the week. My rose was painting outside and getting to see friends on Sunday. My thorn is my muscle pull and my daughter's fractured ankle. But I guess if that's the worst that happens to you in a week, life's pretty good. And you guys are here, which makes my life really awesome too. So thank you so much. And I can't wait to chit chat with you in the comments. Please have a wonderful, safe, and happy weekend. And we'll see you soon. Happy crafting, guys. Bye.